Hi guys, welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. Today I will be making Haitian style spaghetti. First, I'm going to make my epis, and epis consists of fresh herbs, garlic, scallion, and cloves. This seasoning right here is one of the secrets to a great Haitian dish. This is one of the best things ever. You could either blend all of the stuff together, or you can use the mortar and pestle to mash it. Now that it's smashed, it takes a while. It's like an exercise, honestly. If you went to the gym, you probably don't want to. I probably want to use a blender instead. We use epis in every single savory dishes. So yeah, it's one of our secrets. We use it to season our meat, to make rice and beans, almost everything. So here I'm preparing my water to boil the spaghetti. I prefer to do it that way. I boil it with some scallion, 2 cloves of garlic, salt to taste, and some olive oil. This is how I like to do it, but you just follow the directions on the box. And this is all the ingredients that I use to make that pasta. I use sausage instead of hot dog, but you could use hot dog if you like hot dogs better. Back home we use hot dog. We don't really use sausage like that, but I just like sausage better than hot dog. So now that my pasta is cooking, after I put it in the pot, you gotta like stir it a little bit so it's not sticking to each other. So my pasta is ready. Now we're gonna start all the fun. So I bring oil to a hot pot, and once it's hot, I pour in the sausages and I cook them until they're brown. Okay, this is now the part that's very, very important. I am joking. It's really easy. I'm just making the sauce, honestly. Like Americans would just use, the tomato sauce in the jar and pour it over it, but we make our own sauces from scratch. Well, not exactly from scratch, but we use tomato paste instead of, the jar sauces. But yeah, so you cook this to your liking. If you like it dark, a little brown, I like it to have a little color. I think it tastes better. That's just me. So I let it cook until it's like brown, and then and it's brown enough for me. Once it's brown enough for you, you go ahead and start by adding your epis into it to cook it a little bit. So some people, they would remove the sausage from the pot and like just do the epis with the tomato paste together, but I just do it like that. And this is how I grew up seeing my mother do it, my grandmother, my mom, my sisters, cousin, everyone, my aunts, everybody. So I'm just gonna continue doing it like that. And honestly, removing the sausage and all, it's time consuming. So now after the epis is cooked, is a little bit brown, you go ahead and add the tomato paste. Remember, tomato paste is just to give it color. So the more you put, the redder it would be, if that's a word. I don't know if it's not. If it is or not, I don't know. We'll find out. So you just keep stirring it until the tomato paste kind of like melts. Once the tomato paste look like that, this is when you're gonna go and start adding the water. I'm using the pasta water. I saved some of it for the sauce. I suggest that you do the same. Use pasta water to make the sauce instead of cold plain water. You just add little by little until all the tomato. You want to make sure that there's no clumps of tomato paste. I mean, it's hot and cooked, so there obviously shouldn't be any clumps, but you want to make sure the tomato paste is all melted. Now that it's looking more like a sauce, so I added a lot of the pasta water because you want to have a good amount of sauce, so it's not too dry, because you're gonna let it simmer for a little bit after, so you make sure you save enough pasta water to make the sauce. So now I'm going to add my Maggie cube. I use 2 of them, the big one, not the little ones. I use one of them in the epis, and I'm using this one for the sauce. And now I'm going to add some freshly ground pepper. Like I said, I don't really measure my food, I just add, and then you taste as you go. So you don't just add little by little, because it's better that you don't put enough instead of putting too much, because if you put too much, there's not a lot of changes you could make. And I added some Lawry's all-purpose chicken seasoning. Honestly, this looked like about 2 teaspoons. It wasn't a lot. I also used some knorr chicken bouillon, and a little bit of salt. Since all of this stuff has sodium, you want to be careful. You want to go light on the salt. You just want to add a little salt, and you taste it. If you feel like it needs more, then you add a little bit more. Don't put too much. And then I go ahead and add my fresh diced, whatever these are called, diced cut peppers and onion. I cut it round, like in circle, because that's how we do it back home, the onions. And then I also added some fresh lime juice and parsley and thyme. These two herbs are the ones we use most in our dishes back home. So yeah, and I know it makes the food taste better. It brings out flavor. And you go ahead and add your pasta in the sauce. Just be careful. You cook all of this. Once you're making the sauce, you have to make sure your fire is on medium low. You don't want it to be on high, because then it's gonna dry out, and you don't want that. And you go ahead and stir in your pasta and make sure everything is perfectly coated, evenly coated in the sauce. Nothing is left white, and just make sure you just do it evenly. Everything is evenly coated. Usually I like using timalis butter, but I didn't have any, so I'm using my Irish butter. This is about a tablespoon. I love timalis butter. If you're a real Haitian, you know what's up. Timalis butter is it's the best. I'm serving my pasta with watercress. I suggest that you rinse your watercress with lime juice or vinegar, because sometimes they have plant worms, so you don't want to eat the worms with your pasta. This is the final product. I served it with hard-boiled eggs and sliced tomatoes with the watercress, of course. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. I had a lot of fun filming it, and my goal is honestly to make you feel home away from home, and using this mortar and pestle made me feel like I was back home. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.